This video outlines the basic setup procedures for the Olmex SVP sectional vulcanizers in a single platen arrangement. Remove your vulcanizer from the shipping crate, checking to ensure that no damage has occurred during shipment. Position the bars in the recessed spaces on the setup template. There is no top or bottom to the E-type bars. The correct bar spacing and bias angle are automatically established with the use of the template. Install the restraining bars. With the gauge pins removed from one end, slide the bar through each traverse bar and install the gauge pin. Both gauge pins should be approximately 3/4 of an inch from the side of the outer traverse bars. Install the platen carrying handles and the threaded holes on the edge of the lower platen. Using the platen lifting handles, move the platen into position. Remove the platen handles. Lift the bottom platen into position on the bottom bars, referring to the platen layout in the general arrangement drawing. Check to make sure the platens are centered in both directions over the bars. When using multiple arrangements, the platens must be oriented with the electrical receptacle and cooling fittings under the belt. Remove the rubber dust covers from the platen electrical receptacles. Rotate the latches closed to hold the plug in place. On these and larger arrangements, it may be easier to install the bottom platen electrical cables at this point, before the splice has been prepared. If you intend to use water to rapidly cool the platens, connect the cooling hoses to the platens at this time. Water is supplied to one cooling manifold and drained from the other. Using the platen lifting handles, move the top platens into position over the prepared splice. Carefully align the top platen with the bottom platen, ensuring the electrical receptacles are at the same end. Remove the platen handles. Remove the rubber dust covers from the platen electrical receptacles. To install the platen cables, rotate the plug latches open. Push the plug firmly into the platen receptacle socket. Rotate the latches closed to hold the plug in place. When using a multiple setup, install the pressure bags over the top platen in a manner so that all the hose connections are on the same side of the vulcanizer. Install the bag plate on top of the pressure bag so that the joints in the pressure plate align with the joints in the bag. Connect the pressure bag hose to the pressure bag quick coupler. Make sure that all quick couplers are properly connected. Position the top bars to ensure that they are aligned with the bottom bars. The top bars should be positioned parallel across the top of the press. Install the tie bolts. The square nuts must fit within the nut retaining lugs on the traverse bars. Tighten the shank of the tie bolt by hand only until the square nuts bear flat on the lugs. Install the restraining bars. With the gauge pins removed from one end, slide the bar through each traverse bar and install the gauge pin. Both gauge pins should be approximately 3/4 of an inch from the side of the outer traverse bars. For security purposes, inserting linch pins to prevent the bolt assembly from sliding out. Control panel operation. Lift the receptacle dust cover and insert the control panel end of the platen cables into the receptacles and press firmly. Ensure that top and bottom platen switches of the main control panels are in the off position before connecting to the power supply. Insert the main supply plug into the receptacle and connect this cable to the correct power supply. The controllers on the front panel will display the actual platen temperature. Lift the electric receptacle cover and insert the fluid pump's electrical plug. This demonstration will show you both water and air pressure control setup. In actual use, only one or the other will be used. Remove the pump supply hose from the side of the reservoir and attach the pressure bag manifold adapter. If pressurizing with air, connect the manifold adapter to the air control assembly using the supply hose. Close the combination air release pressure relief valve by moving the toggle to the horizontal position. Connect the compressed air supply line to the tank valve and apply air until the desired pressure is reached as indicated on the gauge. Air is released by moving the toggle to the vertical position. To adjust the temperature set point, press the up and down buttons to raise or lower the desired set point. Turn the platen switches to the auto position. The ammeter will read the total current load. It is possible to override the controller by switching the platen switches to manual. The switch has a spring return to the off position so that the platen cannot be left on. Stem thermometers may be inserted into the holes drilled into the platen edge to manually check the temperature. This concludes the setup for your vulcanizer. Always refer to the detailed instructions in your operating manual supplied with your vulcanizer.